Hi, I'm Linda Kenny Baden. Welcome to Bryant and Baden's another special edition. Michael Bryant's been on another road trip, but before we get to that, we're going to talk about the Michel Troconis trial, and his road trip is related to that. Remember, Michel Troconis, she's charged with conspiracy to commit murder with her lover, Fotis Dulos, who offed himself once he got charged with murder for his estranged wife, Jennifer Dulos, whose body has never been found until this date, 2019. She went missing. It's now 2024. But let me tell you what happened in court today. The lawyer for Fotis Dulos took the stand for the defense, and he testified that indeed Fotis Dulos had his hair shaved, but it was not the 24th as Paul Galmeni. He pronounces, by the way, different names, Pavel Galmeni, as you will hear in the trial. But it was a week before, on the 16th, not the 24th, when Michel Troconis is allegedly had conspired to get Jennifer Dulos killed by Fotis Dulos on that date. Also, who took the stand was a neighbor who said he saw Fotis Dulos jogging alone, kind of shuffling near the house that they were not living in, not the house that Fotis Dulos was not living in with Michel Troconis, Jefferson Drive. And supposedly Dulos was alone. He was haggard. He looked distressed. He looked old. It was so unusual that the neighbor came back and told his wife and his child about this. Again, he wasn't with Michel Troconis. But what I want to talk to you about, Michael Bryant, is the important witness for the day. That is Dr. Elizabeth Loftus. She is a giant in the field of memory, how false memories are implanted. She testified today. She testified that while there was no pressure like hitting or beating or sleep deprivation that she could see, that because you have a pressure situation, that alone could implant false memories. And as you bring them up and you want to give the police what they want, you create memories that you didn't really exist, didn't really have. So Michael Bryant, you're in the field. You actually, by the way, went to the car wash. Will that car wash convict Michel Troconis? But you also know about what was happening in the courtroom. You are a person on the ground. Talk to me about where you are, why, and what happened in the courtroom, and why you're at the car wash.
Hey, Linda. Some crazy defense expert witness testimony today. I know you've worked with this woman before. I'm not sure the judge did any favors for the prosecution by jumping in during that cross-examination, but hey, we'll see how that plays out. Today, I'm in Avon, Connecticut. This is Russell Speeder's car wash. We've heard about it during testimony. This is where Fotis Dulos brought the red Tacoma truck. Now, remember, prosecution says that it's that truck that he used to drive from his home near here in Farmington, Connecticut, south to New Canaan, where he killed Jennifer Dulos. So 5 days after that took place, prosecution says he brought it up here, get it detailed, and get rid of all the evidence. The question becomes, if all of that's true, how does that equate to the guilt of Michel Troconis for the conspiracy to kill Jennifer Dulos? That's the top charge. Well, here are the two facts the prosecution is relying on. Number one, she apparently followed him to this location and picked up Fotis Dulos after he dropped off the truck and then came back later after it had been detailed. Her phone number is on the work order for the vehicle. That's it. There's no name. The vehicle is also misidentified as a Toyota Sienna, which is a van, not a Toyota Tacoma truck. But Linda, this is not a nuclear laboratory. Those kind of details, who cares? These guys are working hard to get a car in the door, a contact number to tell somebody it's ready, and then get paid, and the vehicle goes out the other end. That's it. So I don't put a lot of stock in the fact that they misidentified the vehicle. Who cares? The prosecution, though, wants this jury to know that Michel Troconis was so involved in the cleanup of whatever was going on with that Toyota pickup that she must therefore have been involved in the planning to murder Jennifer Dulos. That's why this location is so important. That's why this testimony is coming so late in the case. The question really becomes, is the jury going to go for that? Are they going to carry that, what the prosecution says is logical thought process, from detailing a truck to conviction for conspiracy to commit murder?
But Michael Bryant, those facts help the prosecution in some ways related to the other charges that Michel Troconis has against her, not just the conspiracy to commit murder, right?
Yeah, Linda, there's no doubt that these details and this location, you see what I did there with details, they got the truck detailed, it's going to help the case against Michel Troconis for tampering with evidence, or even perhaps hindering prosecution. If, in theory, if you're tampering with evidence, aren't you then hindering prosecution? So those two charges, yes, certainly could be impacted by what happened here. But let's think about it. If you're defending somebody on a murder charge, conspiracy to commit murder, where the top charge is life in prison, tampering with evidence, that's a max of 5 years here in Connecticut. That's a win. So I would not be surprised to see a conviction on that lower charge. But again, when you're looking at murder, that's a walk in the park.